Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have Qiuyuan built and ready to go on our own account. And now it's high time for us to do a little bit of actual testing for him in a variety of different game modes. We'll be taking him in the TOA, Wuthering Waves, as well as making sure that we're utilizing him in all of the 2 team comps that he has available on release. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's a very good character. He's extremely strong, but he only has about 2 actual viable team compositions at S0. And it pretty much all starts falling apart when you try to use him anywhere else. And we'll make sure to demonstrate exactly why I'm saying what I'm actually saying. So without further ado, let's just go through and take a look at where his investment is actually looking like on my account so I can walk you through what you might be able to expect. Let's get it started. So first things first, we're gonna have him on his weapon. We're also gonna make sure to test him on Emerald of Genesis 2. His weapon provides some pretty significant personal damage buffs for him, but he doesn't do that much damage. And then his intro skill is also gonna provide that nice 20% echo skill damage to all resonators in the team, which is more of a supportive piece. And again, it only works on 2 teams in the game because they're the only 2 echo skill damage teams, with Phrolova and Galbrena. I know I mixed that up. Next, on the Echo investment side, we're gonna be having a 3-piece Law of Harmony and then a 2-piece arrow set. This is our Remini Fenrico that we literally just rolled right before putting it on him. Looks pretty decent, except for the fact that the crit rate is dog shit. Then we got this piece over here, which is kind of a min-roll Martin piece, but it is what it is. Then we got this piece over here, which is not that much better, 2 dead rolls. And then we got 2 more dead rolls, and then ER, crit, and crit damage on this Drake. And then I've got double crit ER on an arrow damage Karasaur with 2 more dead rolls. So you can see this Qiuyuan is really tanky. He doesn't have that much attack, doesn't have that much heavy attack damage bonus either. It is what it is. I would say this is one of the more relatable builds that anyone might have ever actually seen before. I think this is a pretty middle of the road build. It wouldn't be too hard to do much better than what I have over here. Now, let's go ahead and get started with some of the teams that we're going to be using. And we're going to start off with this in the TOA. So we're just going to do all of our testing on the double boss floor that's available right here, where we're going to be against the Phalian Beringal and Fleur-de-Lis. Because it's like, we can't really use Phrolova against this side because they're Havoc resistant. And then this is like crazy Galbrena shilling over here. I guess we'll just see what it looks like with the Galbrena shilling. Then we'll probably try to bring Galbrena into here. And then we'll just check this out with Phrolova because there's not going to be any real Phrolova shilling at the very least. Actually, no, there is Phrolova shilling anyways because the echo skill damage is amplified. So yeah, we'll find a different spot to use Phrolova to get the situation going over there. But we'll just start off with the Galbrena lineup right now. So this team is going to consist of Shorekeeper, who's there for the crit buffs, Galbrena, who's there to just deal damage, and then Qiuyuan, who's going to be popping in to support Galbrena. And the reason why this team is going to be powerful is, of course, because Qiuyuan has a 50% echo skill damage amplification built into his kit. And yeah, that makes him quite damn strong when you pair it up with a character like Galbrena, who does mainly echo skill damage. So let's go ahead and see how this team performs. And don't worry, I've gotten a fair amount of practice actually working with Qiuyuan's rotations. Before we do, here's the Galbrena build. We're going to be in combat at about 90-something% crit rate with like 300-something crit damage with Shorekeeper involved. We got pretty decent amounts of investment on her. Definitely could be like a little bit better, but it is what it is. I think we're doing pretty decent regardless with the lineup. We also going to have Galbrena's signature. So there you go. Let's get it going. See what this looks like.
Let in war with time.
And we're already ready to go onto our Qiuyuan over here. Echo skill. Use our 2 attacks. Use his liberation. We're now at full forte.
Speak of the devil.
And we're ready to just do whatever we want on Galbrena.
I'll show you.
Let's get that going. And then we're gonna spam basic attack. Basic attack. I'm just gonna sit here and go read a fucking newspaper or something. Oh, okay, rotation's done. Great.
Vow from the soul.
One of the literally the easiest, most brain dead team to play in the game for sure. It's so boring, but it's so strong too.
Sleeps within bamboo. Behold display your life.
It's so boring though. I'm literally falling asleep.
Break like bamboo.
Speak of the devil. Behave now. Ben, right by my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate.
Scorched to
Explode.
To hell with you.
Oh, well, sorry. Where's Fleur-de-Lis? Oh, where is she? Oh. Oh, sorry, she's over there. Give me a second.
Jackpot. Painted hellfire.
Sorry, I didn't even know she didn't even spawn.
Ordained. Astral modulation.
What sleeps within bamboo? Behold this blade.
Oh, we have a bit of a minor ER issue. That is something you got to keep in mind. This character can have some ER issues, even at like 130. And we did end up getting a little bit interrupted. That felt a little bit shitty, I'm gonna be honest, but it is what it is. Sometimes that just happens.
Ends here.
We maybe missed some attacks.
Fight fire with fire.
As you can see, though, the damage is unethical.
Thou from
There's a
the
lot of
soul.
it. And this is a shield floor for
In war with
heavy
time.
attackers that also deal echoes kill damage. So do keep that in mind.
Behold this blade.
Oh, great. All right.
Mandate calls. Judgment falls.
A little bit out of order for that one, but I don't think it matters.
Behave now. Just a scratch.
No time to lick
I'm literally just pressing
I'll
buttons.
show
I'm not even
you.
trying to dodge.
the gates of hell.
So, yeah. There were a lot of hiccups during that one. You might need more than 131% ER. Frankly, you might want closer to 130. And I'm going to be real. If you're finding that to be a harder number to achieve, this could be what you do instead. You clearly saw this character doesn't deal that much damage. And so instead of running Arrow, you could just, well, you got Empyrene Anthem over here, right? What if I just went ahead and I popped in some pieces that have ER on them? Similar thing, you can use Moonlit Clouds too. I think I actually do have an Arrow, like, Moonlit Clouds piece, right? I could just go in, I could pop this bad boy on over here, and then I could go find... Oh, I don't really have any good one cost, do I? I could go pop like this one on, and now my ER is going to be... Okay, that's straight up 130, which is a little bit unfortunate. I've got to go find an ER roll somewhere else, right? To go help, like, alleviate that. But that's, like, something you can do. You can run 2-piece Moonlit, or, like, 2-piece any of that other stuff, and, you know, forego 10% arrow damage. But in return, naturally, right, you'll be able to get some more reliable rotations doing that instead. So just an advice, just a little bit of a tip out there for individuals who might have the resources to actually, you know, run a 2-piece like that. Unfortunately, I would have to, like, roll a little bit differently to be able to fully get what I want going on over here. So I think I'm just gonna go with, well, whatever the hell I just had before. So put that back on and put, yeah, just go ahead and put this bad boy back on. But yeah, that's just an example of what you can do. Now, we've already tested out the Galbrena team. Now let's go ahead and see what it looks like when we pop in our Phrolova in here. And this is what the lineup is going to be looking like. You're going to be running A, or just use one ER3 cost. Yeah, you could if you plan on just griefing the character completely. ER3 costs are literally only used on support characters. And Qiuyuan is a sub DPS, not a support. But if you want to be lazy as fuck with your echo rolls and just run an ER3 cost, you can. You can do that on any sub DPS instead of building them properly. And what you'll do is you'll make it so that they deal a quarter of the damage that they're supposed to, so that you can just be lazier farming your echoes, which is perfectly fine to do. I don't think it matters that much, but yeah, that's why I don't recommend it, because it's like, oh, it's like running attack 3 costs, but it's like worse than running attack 3 costs because you're doing it just for like a 10% ER problem. So, the next team that we're going to be running over here is going to be utilizing Phrolova and Cantarella. And this lineup is going to have a pretty well-built Phrolova popping up over here alongside Cantarella, whose build actually looks pretty decent with the String Master. But yeah, we're going to be running Empyrene Anthem for this bad boy. And that should actually spread some of the buffs from Phrolova to actually a little bit over to Qiuyuan as well. So it could be like an interesting lineup. But yeah, you start off with Phrolova, then you go to Qiuyuan, and then you go to Cantarella. And that's going to be the team's rotation. So let's go ahead. Let's give it a look. And this team is really good because the Echo skill cast by Qiuyuan during his heavy attacks, they fuel a bunch of Hikari attacks. And you'll see that firsthand.
Cadence. Hold. Preparatory beats. Begin. The soul.
All right, here we go.
Never entombed.
Your life
And now we got that crit buff going.
Break like bamboo. My move is the blade.
The nerve. Sleep.
I love playing Captain
In the
Roll. Did we
whispers of
parry?
Surge of Riptides claim you.
Annihilation. Thus, symphony of life. Ictus, ready. Witness.
And you're probably beginning to see. Oh yeah, this is kind of going crazy.
Behold the spoil. Mandate calls. Judgment falls.
Bro, she spawns so far away from that. Oh yeah, so this is the problem over here. His Concerto energy generation can get absolutely bricked.
Come on out.
It can get fucking bricked if you get interrupted in that attack chain. And you saw that I got interrupted because the guy died too fast. Which is...
Ensemble.
feels like a dumb reason to get screwed over in your rotation,
Symphony of
but it
life.
will literally just happen. So you guys gotta be on the watch out for that.
Life or death. No alternative. Witness.
And his ER is gonna suffer
Blossoms in
massively
yellow.
as well
Sleeps within bamboo.
from that occurring.
Behold,
Luckily, this team just does so much damage that, well, a lot of ER gets generated. So it's not that big of an issue.
Take a
My
breath
move is the
and
blade.
right here. Surge of deep tides. Sink into the endless deep.
Oblivion.
And that'll close it out. So yeah, you guys can clearly see that these two teams with him are insanely, disgustingly, ridiculously strong. But those are the only teams in the game he works with. And if you try to use him in any other context, this character is so bad it's unbelievable. But where he works extremely, extremely, extremely well. So do keep that in mind. He is, without a doubt, a complete replacement for Rosia in this lineup. The lineup still performs fine with Rosia, but he's just absolutely miles ahead, far better as a teammate than any of these guys, right? So that's what it looks like against some shield content for both of those teams. Now let's go ahead and, well, do what
I'm ready.
a lot of people are probably going to do. Not actually use the signature and just go with EOG instead. And let's see what the difference is comparatively between the two lineups. He has way more ER, by the way, here too.
In war with time.
What sleeps within bamboo. Behold the spoil. Mandate calls. Judgment falls. Vanish. Win.
You can't
My move
escape
is
me.
the blade.
Behave now. Huh. Fade. I'll show you.
Here we go. And remember, this is with him on EOG.
Painted hellfire. Devour.
Vow from the soul. Astral modulation.
What sleeps within bamboo. Behold the spoil. Your life is mine to take. Break like bamboo.
You can't
My move
escape
is the
me.
blade.
Behave now. Right. I'll show you.
The gates of hell.
Painted hellfire.
Devour them all.
I'll fight fire with fire.
Let's drink.
Or
There we go.
Lion
And as you see, there's almost no difference at all.
What sleeps within bamboo. One strike to settle it all. Vanish.
Gotcha.
My move is the blade.
Behave now. Very well. I've come to send you to your grave.
A fresh face.
Explode.
Sit down with you.
Fight fire with fire.
Let's
Vow from the soul.
break.
Worry not. In war with time.
Maybe takes us like an additional, like, one more rotation.
Wind mandate calls. Judgment falls.
Speak
My
of the
move is
devil.
blade.
Bathing for the hunt ends here.
Time to go.
And that's that. I don't think we need a test with the Phrolova team now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure you guys can already see from the difference between the two. There's like a slight differentiation. It's mostly due to the fact that Galbrena's not getting that 20% echo skill damage buff, which she would be getting if Qiuyuan was on his signature. But that's a very small amount. It leads to like maybe a 5 to 6, 7 second difference in the clear time. It is what it is. That's pretty much the only thing. So yeah, think you'll clear about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds slower if you don't have a sig, but the clear times are already insanely diabolical, so there's not really too much of a point. All right, now let's do a test and see what does he look like in non-shield content. Right, let's put him back on his signature. Let's give him all the juice. What does he look like in non-shield content, which is what this floor 3 of the TOA is going to be, with Crownless, the Chasm Guardian, all of that stuff. Let's check it out.
In war with time.
What sleeps within bamboo? Behold display. One strike. To settle it all.
Okay, that completely grieved me, but sure.
Behave now. I've come.
I don't even know how his third
to
attack
your
didn't go
grave.
off. I don't even know what happened there. He just started auto-attacking.
Fight fire with fire.
Let's speak.
Very well.
Fury.
Ordained. Worry not. Astral modulation.
Wait, she like kicked him.
What sleeps within bamboo? Your life is mine to take. Break like bamboo.
Gotcha.
My move is the blade.
Behave now. The flames roar. I've come to send you to your grave.
A fresh face.
Explode.
Sit down with you.
Fight fire with fire.
Let's drink.
Oath from the heart.
So yeah, as you can see,
Iron graft you knew.
does just fine in
What
content with
sleeps within
absolutely no
bamboo?
shilling at all.
Behold display.
So yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like here. Now you might be wondering, oh Saint, all you've done is you've shown him as somebody else's bitch. You've only shown him as a sub DPS character. But I heard everyone's been saying Qiuyuan is viable as a main DPS at S0. So I decided, well, why don't we go ahead and put those rumors to the test, right? Why don't we just go ahead and see what it's all about, right? Let's prepare a traditional, like everyone's saying, like, hey, he's an arrow-heavy attacker who functions. Why don't we just give him Gion's team, the one that clears all the content in the game? Fuck it, we'll give him Gion set 2. I'll give him my god tier Gion set. Not really god tier, but it's still pretty good. Let's give him the Gion set, right? And let's see how he does. And the thing is, we also got the Nightmare Gorilla Echo, so he can just summon it. So he'll activate his weapon, do all of that with no issues. Oh, sorry, wait. That's a crit rate one. Let me just get the one that he's supposed to use. Yes, sirree. I prepared 2. I've literally prepared 2. I have a crit damage one. So now he's at 130 still, but those are his new stats. Do keep that in mind. Pretty solid stuff, if I do say so myself. Now let's go ahead and see. You ready? Let's also make sure the Mortify has some decent stuff as well. We're gonna go Moonlit Clouds because we really want to emphasize how much damage this character is dealing. He'll also be supported by Static Mist, so he's gonna get an even bigger attack buff. This guy's about to pop off. Yeah, he's about to pop off. Yeah.
Leave me alone. Inferno!
The feeling of pain. Astral modulation.
Fury boils! Silence! Let's do it. Sleeps.
Y'all ready for this? Boom, boom, boom!
One strike.
He about to go crazy here.
Break like bamboo.
All right, now let's get those other stacks. Let's get those other stacks. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, whoopsies. All right, let's go. Boom, boom, boom.
Wins.
Ordained. Stay calm. Loading war with time.
Fury
Did that seem like a
boils.
crazy amount of
As you
damage,
wish.
guys?
Burn! Burn to ashes! Let's do what sleeps within this another way. Mandate calls. Judgment falls. Vanish.
Oath from the heart.
Did that look very good?
Lion graft you knew.
I mean, maybe.
Fury
maybe we'll get
boils. As you wish.
there. Most other teams would be done by now.
Burn!
though.
Feel my wrath! Let's do what sleeps within this another way. Your life
They would be done.
is mine to take. Break like bamboo. Answer my call.
Ordained. Astral modulation.
Guys,
Fury boils.
if this is what he looks
Inferno.
like fucking,
Burn to ashes.
it's over.
Let's do what sleeps within this another way. Behold this boy.
This is not good.
One
It's just
strike.
fucking terrible.
To settle it all. Break like bamboo. Off with you.
I'm done. That's so bad. That is unethically fucking bad. Now, let's get the actual. If you guys were calling Qiuyuan on this team a wheelchair comp, let me show you an actual fucking wheelchair comp.
While the moon cycles,
This,
I
when Qiuyuan is on this team, then it is the wheelchair comp, okay? Because this team will clear, but the clear time is fucking terrible, but it does clear. Because that last team did not clear. This one does. But let me tell you this. You replace Qiuyuan with this guy. Okay, I'll just let you guys see how the team does. Like, why am I even talking? Let me just show you how the team does. I'll just show you. I'll just show you how it does.
Wonders and tragedies. Do they hear the weeping warrior?
Did bro just actually 100 to 0 in like 2 seconds? Bro just starts smashing immediately.
Now presenting a poem of finale. With style and grace. On you go. Taste my resolve. Face me. Fate in my mark. Non.
What sleeps within bamboo.
Oh, always pleasure.
Your life
Are you ready?
is mine to take. Vanish. Step forth. A float starts.
Thanks for
I
watching.
move as the boy.
Ta-da! A grand overture. Let the show begin. Now watch closely. On you go. The moon is full. Praise me. Nonsense. Huh. Fate in my mark. future.
What sleeps within bamboo?
Reshape.
Your life is mine to take. Off with you. Time is here. Break like bamboo.
Thanks for
My
watching.
move is the blade.
So it does clear, right? It without a doubt clears.
Listen.
But this is
the
literally-
trio of destiny.
Yuno and
I'll
Chakota
indulge you.
actually doing
On you
everything.
go.
This is them
Taste my
actually
resolve.
doing anything. He's doing almost nothing there. He is a literal cheerleader in that circumstance. Bro, even on like the best team possible for him, he doesn't really do it. Isn't this faster than Qiuyuan? If you're saying this is faster than Qiuyuan, you are on crack cocaine. Because literally, this guy takes so long at S0 to do he takes so long at S0 to do 2 Forte heavy attacks that Yuno's outro skill runs out. It straight up just runs out. And hey, some people, they might want to see the comparison. They might be like, oh, Saint, it literally is better than Qiuyuan. Guys,
The battlefield is dynamic.
I'll
Do not
just
let your guard
drop
down.
in what an actual arrow DPS doing this looks like. Okay, I'll just show you what an actual arrow DPS looks like when they're like doing this somewhat correctly. I'll show you exactly.
Listen, the trio of destiny. With style and grace. Taste my resolve. Entertain me. World at my string. Causality.
You're wide open. Unstop.
Where is bro? Okay, I like literally wasted an entire liberation too, so do keep that in mind.
Settle.
Thanks for watching. Perfect wrap up. Let the show begin. I'll indulge you. The moon is full. Face me. Faith.
You're wide open. Fear no more.
Healed.
Finale.
Almost the same. Yeah, it was just a whole 30 fucking seconds faster. Yeah, it was just a whole 35 or 40 seconds faster using a different DPS. Literally. That's the gap. And so, if you want to pull this character to literally be so much absurdly worse than the 1.0 unit, go for it. If you want to pull a character who's literally the worst DPS in the game, like if you were to qualify them as a main DPS and compare them to the rest of the main DPSs, fucking Zhang Liao is better, bro. It's dog shit. It sucks. However, though, we probably do want to see. All right, how's he performing Whimpering Waste now? Let's do our Whimpering Waste test over here. We're just going to be running Galbrena on side 1 with, you know, the whole situation that we're looking at with Qiuyuan. We're going to be using the best in slot Echo over here just to see how absurdly shilled it looks in context. And I don't think we need to test out Phrolova because I think Phrolova with 2 corpses can clear Whimpering Waste. So I think it's already guaranteed that that team is going to be really good. But let's see how much he elevates a Galbrena lineup instead. And let me just make sure that he also has his actual LOH set ready to go. And kind of go from there. And let's give this a bit of a try. And I'll just put a dinky little team down here. And we'll just see how this Galbrena team does.
Loading.
What sleeps within bamboo? Behold this blade.
Break like
Speak
My
of the
move is
devil.
the blade.
Behave now. The flames roar. Painted hellfire.
I know we don't have Galbrena's Liberation, but it is what it is. We just needed to get like
Leave it to
something
me.
off.
Stay calm. In war with time.
What sleeps within bamboo? Behold this blade. One strike.
settle it all.
Speak
My
of the
move is
devil.
blade.
Behave now. Free by my trigger. Enter
Here we go.
Hell's Gate.
Scorched to
Explode.
Yeah, we're just absolutely nuking shit.
Vow from the soul. A feeling of astral modulation.
What sleeps within bamboo? Behold this boy. Mandate calls. Judgment falls. Retreat to gain ground.
Oh, great. He got interrupted.
You can't
My move
escape
is the
me.
blade.
Baby, I've come to send you to your grave.
a fresh feast.
Fight fire with fire.
Let's drink. Big.
Just a scratch.
No time to lick you.
Ordained. Worry not.
This team is much better than Galbrena. Mono Fusion for sure.
Sleeps within
So, yeah, I mean, this one is just, hey,
Behold this boy. Your life.
hey, we're getting it done, right?
To take. Vanish. Step.
Gotcha.
My move is the blade.
Behave now.
Getting a solid score with the shield token.
I'll show you.
It works, right?
Gates of hell.
Explode.
To hell with you.
Fight fire with fire.
Let's drink. Big.
Vow from the soul.
Solid 3.8k first try. That's pretty good. I don't, like I said, it's already gonna steamroll with Phrolova. It steamrolls with Galbrena. Yeah, again, Qiuyuan's a strong character. It's just, he's only strong if you have the two teammates that he's strong with him. And if you don't have them, don't pull the unit. Please don't pull the unit unless you legitimately are planning to get him S3. He has no other use cases in the game. You already saw how bad he was in his main DPS lineup. There's no other echo skill damage dealers. So when it comes to debating whether or not he's a must pull, well, I'm just gonna be honest with you. We just talked about the fact that the only two characters that he works with, right, are effectively this, right? Let's pretend he's in the middle between these two, right? These are the only two teams he works in. One featuring either of these two is the main DPS. But the thing is, Galbrena already has a team that works without him. It works just fine. It clears all the content in the game. And then Phrolova, well, she has multiple teams that works without this guy. She's got a team like this that works without him. She's got a team like, imagine this rover is Havoc. This team works without him. What else? Of course, I forgot this dipshit. This team works without him too. So both the characters that he requires to work already both have established teams that work just fine without him. And so it really is just a matter of, are you going to pull him to make these characters like 3, 4, 5, 6% better, and then he does nothing else on the account? Or do you plan on pulling him S3 to play him as a main DPS? Because that's it. You make your Phrolova and Galbrena teams 3 to 5% better, or he does nothing else. That is his only role currently in the game. But the thing is, he has potential to age with time, right? He has potential with scalability when it comes to any echo skill damage dealer in the game, because he just grants a flat 50%. It's the same situation as Yuno, where Yuno's going to be viable for any heavy attacker that comes out in the future, because she just gives a flat 50%. This guy does the same thing. However, you have no idea when the next echo skill damage character is releasing. Much like how, guess what? Imagine you pull Jeja thinking, it's gonna be awesome. Carlotta's coming out soon. Imagine the next Glacio DPS that comes out. Jeja might work with them as well. Yeah, we got Carlotta 1 year ago, and we haven't gotten a single Glacio character since. So, you could be waiting upwards of, I don't know, fucking forever, for an opportunity to have this guy work with somebody else. So, it's always better to just wait. And the thing is, it's fine to wait. Because you want to know what Kuro's probably going to do? They're going to rerun Qiuyuan alongside the character that does echo skill damage. That's a new one. something about me is telling me that that might be what occurs, because the last time fucking Carlotta ran, Jeja was there. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? They usually rerun the partners a good time frame before or after or even during the run of the character that they're best in slot for. So you can also just wait, and I'm just gonna be honest, I don't think he's a great use of pulls right now. And I think until like another character comes out, he won't really be that great of a use of pulls either, unless it's like a Zani Phoebe situation. The reason why Zani and Phoebe are like a package is because Zani is complete dog shit without her. Zani has no other teams without Phoebe. These units have other teams without Qiuyuan. And so, if there's a new Echo skill damage DPS that has no other teammates other than Qiuyuan, there's nothing else that they can work with, then Qiuyuan suddenly becomes incredibly fucking high value. But right now, when there's so many alternatives, God no, I can't recommend anybody pull this fucking character. It's a complete waste of your fucking pulls. She works with like Giga free-to-play teammates. She works with fucking Mono Fusion. However, if you don't have Mono Fusion, but you have Galbrena, go for it. If you have Phrolova and Cantarella, but then no other teammates somehow, go for it. But if you have Phrolova, Cantarella only, I can't recommend you pull them. It's just use a fucking Danjin or a Havoc Rover and you'll get like the same fucking results. It's such a not a good use of pulls. But yeah, that's going to be my final take on Qiuyuan and his first impressions. As you can tell, I'm not very impressed with the unit. I think that there's definitely way more that should have been done to make his kit usable as a DPS at S0. He should have had the same baseline capabilities as a Brant, the same ones as a Yuno, and then simply had them improved upon in his sequence nodes. But currently, he is literally just the most dog shit DPS I've ever seen at fucking S0 that actively drags the team down. I think the Yuno Chakota team would actually do more damage if he wasn't there eating up field time. Literally, I think that two-person team clears faster than a three-person team with him. And it's just such a really odd design decision for his S3 to feel like Yuno's S0, or his S3 to feel like Brant's S0. That's literally just what it feels like. And I don't know, it just kind of sucks. So yeah, that'll be that for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought about this breakdown, and peace out.